right, Stabler back. Looking, going to Branch, wide open. Touchdown Raiders! Branch committed highway robbery without a gun.
What's good? What's good, Raider Nation? Man, a lot of stuff happening this week. A lot of stuff happening today. We had a lot to talk about, Jack. Go ahead. I know it's itching. I know it's itching at you. You got to tell it.
Renfrow extension, 2 more years, $36 million, 21 guaranteed.
32 million.
Yeah, 32, or is it 32? Yeah, yep. 32. I'm sorry. 16 mil per year, 32 mil.
21.
Glad Renfrow's going to be here for a while, man. That is
21,
awesome.
21 guaranteed. Now, what did you say about that before?
I just wonder if, like, you know, we talk about team-friendly deals.
Uh-huh.
So is 16 mil per year a team-friendly deal?
For Hunter Renfrow.
For Renfrow. I mean, we all love Renfrow. I mean, there's no doubt everyone in the nation wants him back, you know, and it be extended. But is really 16 million per year a team-friendly deal?
Well, people were saying he'd get around $15.5 million a year in the contract. A 2-year deal, 16 million a year, 21 guaranteed. For Hunter Renfrow's talent, hell yeah, that's a team-friendly deal. I think that's an extraordinary deal. He deserves more than that. How many other what's Cooper Kupp getting? What are the slot receivers getting?
I think Coop is at 15.5 mil, if I'm correct. I might be wrong.
Wow, okay. But he's worth that, man. He is so worth that. You know what I mean? Like 16 mil, 17 games. He scores. He's getting first downs, touchdowns, and I'm sorry, they're going to be double covering Devontae. They'll be trying to bracket Waller. This kid is going to just tear it up.
Oh, I know. We all know Renfrow will. It's like, you know, can anyone in Raider Nation even like say a slot receiver is better than Renfrow? Has there been anyone ever? I can't think of one as being as an old time fan.
Jerry Rice.
Jerry Rice is not a slot receiver, though. Jerry Rice is outside.
He was outside? Okay, all right. So here's the thing. Renfrow, I mean, yeah, I nobody's going to say that he isn't worth that money, dude. That guy is
I know, but I look at, like, you know, over the cap. I looked at over the cap today, you know, I had today off. Raider Nation, I enjoyed my day off, and I went on a couple shows and just to hang out and talk to, our brothers and sisters in the chat. And I looked at over the cap, and it's like next year we have 23 million, not counting 16 million on Renfrow's deal. So that means we have about $6 million to $7 million in our cap space next year. I talked about this before. I said this, guys. I would love to move some of that money up, forget some of the other players, and pay Renfrow this year and reduce the cap hits over the next couple years, because it's gonna be like slim pickings.
But this year we got 20 some odd million.
This year is like it's all in or bust. Is the way I see it right now.
This year we got over 20 some odd million. We roll that into next year, man. We're still good, and we're probably going to get rid of some cap hits next year. We don't know what's going to happen.
Well, over the cap that doesn't show players contracts that are expiring. Mm-hmm. So when it went on there, Renfrow didn't even show up because his contract is expired. But we had $23 million in cap space, and Renfrow is going to cost us 16. So again, we have like $6 to $7 million in cap space next year. And now we all, as Raider Nation, we all want to talk about Waller, right?
But
Waller. We want to extend Waller too.
That Renfrow hit ain't going to hit this year. It's not going to hit till next year.
No, that's what I mean. I went to 2023 and I looked at the cap space.
Right.
So
we still got 20 some odd million this year.
We do. So that's what I'm saying. This year is the run. It is the run this year. And, we'll be solid from years beyond this year. But this year is the run. So, Nation, what do you got to say? What do you think about the run this year?
Let's check the chat. Let's see what's up. All right, let's see. Sean Johnson, OG Jane. I'd like to buy a vowel. OG Daniel, and Captain Jack, or Jack Kenna. Yeah, what's good? Things just keep looking up for our Las Vegas Raiders. Get Darren Waller extended. Well, Darren Waller can't get extended this year. He's still got this year and next year in his contract. So we can't actually do an extension this year. Try to sign one or two cornerbacks. Yeah, maybe. Let's see who else is in the chat. All eyes on G. Oh, Anthony Estrada. Yo, salute the nation in the chat. Nice. The family stuff has begun. Tito, OG, Pendejos on your time. Woo. Love that stuff. Oh, let's see. Hola, cabrón, ¿qué tal? Oh, wow. Okay. Anna, a little bit brutal. All right. Late evening, everyone. Okay, Anthony Estrada. Salute OG and Raider Ray. If you're in here, I'm so stupid. I read your YouTube community tab comment wrong. I thought it was today, but tomorrow, sadly, I won't be able to make it. Huh?
Hey. I love you, man. I see you in all the chats. Come on board, dude. Jump on. Love to hear all your takes.
Well, Ed Winchell, only 2 years, so
Ed.
He can, under 30, still get another big contract. Yep, you're right, Ed. Absolutely. And let's see. Oh, family greeting family here. Yes, he's worth way more. Yeah, you're at Raiders till death. Absolutely. Sean Johnson, average out to 11.5 mil. Okay. Anthony, salute my good friend Jack Kenna. OG and Jack, salute my brothers. Hey, Richard, how you doing, man? You at work probably doing a long shift. Let's see. Renfrow, he's worth it. Absolutely agree, Anna. Salute. Everybody's saluting each other. Everybody's greeting each other. This is the family barbecue now. Let's see. Cooper Kupp may be the only person who might be better than Renfrow. Maybe and might. Okay. Maybe and might, I'll accept. But if they don't get into the Super Bowl this year and we do, maybe not.
Hey, Ed Winchell, salute, brother. Come on the show. I want to pick your brain. Like you've been a Raider fan longer than most of us old guys, and it's like
have been alive. He was a Raiders fan in 1960 when the team started.
He could teach all of us a lot of stuff. And Ed. So, Ed, if you don't want to come on, okay. But you and I need to meet up and, have like a drink and watch a Raiders game in a Roseville Rockland bar close to your hometown. I'll meet you up at that, brother.
Hey, Raphael, what's going on?
Ross.
El Capitan. All right. We were supposed to have top cap space in 2023. What happened?
I asked Sean Johnson this earlier, about the cap space. What I saw was different than what he saw. I asked, Sean, where did he get his intel? I saw 23 mil, and it was just over the cap, and that's not counting Renfrow. So I'm just curious. So Sean Johnson, put it out in the chat, bro.
FA said, I missed you in the Chiefs channel, Jack Kenna. You're on all the Raiders channels today. Are there Chiefs channels?
OG, I do go over to the KC channel, just keep your friends close, keep your enemies closer. But Hefe is a good guy. I like Hefe.
No, is there a Chiefs channel?
Me and him will bounce stuff off and keep it honest. About our players and our teams, and we'll talk back and forth. So that's respectful. It's kind of like what Cap's doing right now with the AFC West channel. I told Hefe, I'm like, he needs to start his own channel. He
but those guys are respectful, and Hefe's respectful. but I didn't even know. Well, I didn't even know there was a Chiefs channel. No. I mean, I'm not trying to be obnoxious here. I didn't know there was one.
Well, it's like like Mitchell Wrench is like the sports chat channel. They have their own KC channel, and I did like I asked Hefe, I'm like, hey man, send me the link to like the channel you go on, so we can talk.
I mean, that's just I'm not trying to bust on the guy. I'm ignorant of this. How about that? I'm admitting ignorance. So
that's all. It's okay. If it's not Raiders, we don't. Honestly, it's like we're all about Raiders.
Okay, so Cap is going to go up next year with Prime in the picture. Salute, fellas. Salute, Darth Raider. Prime, how you doing, brother? Hang around, man. I'd love to have you come in, Darth Raider Prime. I haven't talked to you in forever. Love you guys. You know it. Oh, Anna, you're awesome. Raiders spending all that money. Cool, Cap. Hell coming soon.
Well, we can say the same thing about Mahomes, right?
Wait, whoa. You guys, a general manager was working voodoo magic over there, and it's like, how the hell are they paying all these guys? So, no, the owners who have the money have a loophole to get around this. You guys have done it, and now we're going to do it.
So, Hefe, so the Raiders, when their signings, like with Max Crosby, the money doesn't go into effect next year. Renfrow, exactly the same thing. So there's no money coming off of the rookie contracts this season. It's all about next year.
Richard's going to see Jurassic World. Richard, give me some feedback on that when you're done. I wanted to see that. I'm not going to the theater, but I'll get it when it comes on one of those streamers. Darth Vader Prime, salute, brother. Yeah, they see something we don't. Not going to worry about the cap space till next season. There you go, Anna. That's it. You get the Super Bowl, you win it. Charles Razzo, that is another guy I would love to have on the show. He's another one like Ed Winchell, been around since the beginning. Charles Razzo, that guy knows his stuff inside and out. If I could ever get that guy on the show, I swear I'm going to lose my mind, man. Like, I'm a fan, and all he does is comment.
Come on, Ed.
Come on, Charles. Let me have you guys come in. All right, you know what? I'm going to post this link in the chat, and you guys want to come in, come in. Oh, for right now, it's $23 million, but you're right, Renfrow money is not taken out, but also the $22 million team cap now showing up to $208 million, going up to $230 million.
Sean Johnson, brother, it's like you. Now we're on the same page. I was curious of where you got your intel. Now we're on the same page, brother.
Darth Vader Prime just made it back from Vegas. Nice. What's up, OG and Jack Cannon? We got all rookies signed and still a lot of money to spend. Absolutely, Cujo
916, brother.
All eyes on G. Nice to see you in here, brother. Thanks for the backgrounds, man. Good to have you in here. Good to hang out with you, bro. Let's see. Sure, next year and the year after that and the year after that. Well, while you guys are making Mahomes a billionaire, what are you going to do about your Tyreek Hills and your Tyron Johnsons and all that? Like, dude, I'm just curious, like, what their strategy is. Are they using the loophole? Probably.
Casey's strategy is like literally like a million DBs, which I will say we need a few more DBs. What about the nation? Nation, what do you feel about the Raiders bringing in some more DBs to the team? I agree. I think we need more.
DBs and corners. DBs and corners. I'll let you know Top Gun was awesome. Wow. See, that's the thing about that. I don't want to wait on streaming on some of and Jurassic World either, because you got to see that stuff on big screen, man. Oh, my son was disappointed in new Jurassic movie. Okay. Top Gun is a must-see for sure. All right, I will wear my mask and risk going to the theater for that one. Let's see.
Yep.
This is the link for anybody who wants to come in. I would love it if Ed or Charles Razzo joined us. I would love to have Ancient Order in here, man. Like, those guys forgot more than we'll ever know about this team. Oh, Anna, don't tell me that. Facts. Oh, I salute. Going to see it. Need to take the grandsons. All love, OG. Hey, love to you, brother. FA is a Holmes fan, not a Chiefs fan. Oh, okay. So he's a Fraggle Rock fan. Got it. Salute, brother Lion. All right. Sean Johnson. You see Denzel Perryman supposedly in contract extension talks. I heard that. We'll see.
That is the talk right now. That's a new talk, you know. I hope Perryman, you know, comes back. It's like he's been absolutely phenomenal. I mean, phenomenal for our team.
He's only getting 1.5 million this year. He needs to be in contract talks with the Raiders. Retire a Raider.
I don't think it's going to cost a lot to get, you know, Perryman back.
No, I don't think so either. I think the guy just wants a place to retire from that he can love, be here while the window's open, and then, yeah.
Hey, Sean, jump on, bro.
Yeah,
I love
Sean.
You, man.
Sean, Charles Razzo.
I love what you put up. You put up all the numbers. You do everything for everyone else. Come on up here.
Show your face, bro. I would love to have Sean, Charles Razzo. I would love to have Ed Winchell, any of those guys in here. I would love. These are the guys that we would look up to as OGs, looking to the ancient order of the ones who've been around since the beginning. Like this would be talking to an old Raider. These guys have been there since the very beginning, and they watched their quarterback, quarterback coach, Hall of Famer, Tom Flores. Their quarterback, Tom Flores, take the field. The first Latino quarterback in the NFL. I would love to hear about Tom Flores from these guys. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Heard that Denzel's been in contract talks. Yeah, I heard that too, man. Let's see. Kelsey, Hardman, Juju, MVS, Sky. I think he meant Sky. Moore, Justin Ross, we have weapons.
Hey, Hefe, your weapons aren't not as good as the Raiders' weapons now anymore. Bro, I love you, bro, but no.
You got a couple of weapons. The rest of those guys are those Ginsu knives that they sold in the 1970s commercials. Okay, the Walmart grade stuff. We're coming at you with real authentic samurai type weapons. You know,
the difference in like the defense is going to put on KC. You don't have to scheme now for the super long ball threat. Just Mahomes throwing this shit up, like, you know, to go.
They're talking about Sky Moore or whatever, but because he
it's Hardman. It's Hardman's fast, but he's got no hands. He doesn't have much route of running ability, but you know he's a player that you know you're hoping that steps up for that team.
Yeah.
So Hefe, I love you, brother, but absolutely your team is not anywhere in comparison anymore.
You're
on offense.
You're coming with those Walmart butcher knives that we're coming with Hattori Hanzo. Okay. You ever seen Kill Bill?
Hey, Terrence, salute. The mod of the mods in the house, dude. Love you, brother.
Hey, Jack, have you ever seen Kill Bill?
Yes, I did.
Okay, we're showing up with Hattori Hanzo swords. Okay. Okay, these guys are coming with the Ginsu knives, all right? All right, hey, Terrence, long-lost family, bro. How you doing, man?
Terrence is another guy that needs to come in here, too.
You have Mahomes and Reid as weapons. Yes, Reid is a great mastermind. Hopefully Andy has gone low-carb for the offseason because, dude, one more tense game, he's going to be ushered out of there in an ambulance. The guy is a lifetime member of Shoney's, and he treats gravy like a beverage, bro. Like, y'all need to get him down to get him out of that risk. Because last year he had some illness problems because it was hard.
You know what I like about Andy Reid is like he works from the inside out. He's always inside out. Let's work on the offensive line. Let's work on the defensive line. And then we'll get the guys outside later on. So Andy's always been like a solid coach. So I will give my respect to Andy Reid. So, boom.
No,
Andy.
I mean, Andy Reid is a freaking genius. Andy Reid is one of those twofers. He went to the Eagles, kind of did stuff, got to the Chiefs, a second chance, and did stuff. There's a lot of great coaches who did it. Andy Reid will never be a bad coach. Okay, Andy Reid is brilliant on the fly, change it up. I'm never gonna sit there and say, "Oh, Andy Reid's no good," but Shoney's LOL. No, but the dude, you got him. You got Mahomes. You got a couple of receivers. You got a couple of good defensive players. I'm questioning your secondary, bro. I know you brought in some players, but I'm questioning that. I want to see, and against the run, y'all need to do something because even Josh Jacobs' rookie year, he ran all over you guys, man. Just imagine what they're going to do with a running back by committee where it changes up every play. All right, I'm going to put this back in the chat one more time. See if somebody wants to come in and chop it up with us. Talk about, what's going on.
Chop it up, brother. Let's talk about your KC team.
Oh, wow.
How they're going to be like in last place now, bro.
Look at this. Stoffel. Man, long time no see, bro. Took some time off YouTube. Took a break from YouTube. LOL. Raiders. Nice.
Raiders.
Okay, look at this. Hey, we got Terrence saying salute. Stoffel, well, you've been missed, brother. You have been missed. AR always looked like he's going to explode. Always looking for the paramedic nearby. Yeah, man, let me tell you something. That man needs to lose some weight. He's a great offensive mind. He's a great mind in football. I got all respects for Andy Reid, but damn, bro needs to get himself healthy. Okay, just saying. I don't want to read about him in a negative way. Because even though, I'm going to tell you this right now, true story, even though he's the enemy, it would hurt. It hurt when Derek Thomas died in that car accident, and I hated that guy in the season. Oh, yeah. When that happened and he died in that car accident, I cried, man. Don't get me wrong, F.A. I'm not hateful, none of that stuff. But it's just that man needs to get himself together.
So, Hefe, I asked a question on your behalf. Like I know you watch all the Raider shows. It's like, our brother, who played for the Raiders. And I asked him, like, what was your favorite game? He's like, man, when I tackled Dante Hall. And I was at that game. That was pretty cool. So, and I don't even need to say his name because everyone knows who I'm talking about as the Raider guy. It's only Raider guy does YouTube shows.
Yeah, for now. There might be another one.
Who?
Captain Jack and I are in negotiations right now with somebody. And that's the end of that conversation right there. So Yoshi, the Croatian sensation, is here. Wow, Yoshi, you're from Croatia? For real? That's cool. There's a guy on YouTube I follow in Croatia. He does bushcraft stuff. His name is Survival Land. I don't know if you follow that kind of stuff, but pretty cool guy. Salute Raider Nation family from Stoffel. Yes, Stoffel, we missed you, man. I haven't seen you in forever. Hefe, Stuart is a cool guy. Yeah, Stuart's cool. Till you jump on his show and then he takes off and abandons you and goes to another show while you're hosting. Great guy. He did that to me once. I was like, son of a bitch. He got me. I shared the link in the chat a few times. I'm hoping, man. I would love it for Ed. I would love it for Sean. I would love it for Charles Rezzo. I would love it for any of you guys to come on the show. It would be legend to have any of you on the show. I put the link in the chat, man. Go click on that bad boy and jump in.
Start your own show, brother. And I'll come on as your guest.
There you go. Hefe, start your own show.
No, Hefe should. I mean, Hefe knows a lot more than 99.9% of the Chiefs fans. I'm like, he should go on his own show.
He's a little bit myopic.
Well, okay, yeah, we could say that, but I respect Hefe. It's like he's my bud. So,
well, no, I respect him
show,
too
brother.
because Raiders fans have been myopic since day one. We've always been myopic. I've been myopic my whole time as a Raiders fan, man. Okay. Yoshi's from Minnesota, but he is Croatian. He's from Minnesota. Minnesota.
Hey, Yoshi. Salute, brother.
There's a guy
you asked. I saw your comment before about me having my own show. As you know, OG said, I don't have my own show. I don't want a show. I just want to come on and be a person to talk Raider football.
What's good for the goose, Jack? And so there's a guy in Minnesota I follow on YouTube. He has Prime Something Sports. He talks about all the teams, but he talks about mostly Minnesota and the Raiders. And he talks about every other team out there. He evaluates them, but he's a closet Raiders fan, even though he's got that Vikings thing hanging up behind him. Let's see. Oh, BL. Hey, man, good to see you, bro. Is the next surprise guest a former linebacker? Al, I am not going to say who it is. Captain Jack will put up the thumbnail. We had someone ask us in the chat who was a former linebacker who played on those old school teams, ask us if he could come and do our show, and we were thrilled, like piss your pants thrilled. And yes, hopefully we're working on a few guys to interview throughout the summer, Jack and I. Jack.
We need to talk after the show, OG. I want to know. I want to be like the first person to know. I won't spill the beans, but I want to know.
Well, everything's in negotiations. The captain's in charge of that. Deal with him. Yeah, I'm putting this in somebody else's court, man. That's the way it is. Oh, his grandmother came from Croatia. Okay. Let's see. Yoshi, what's up, man? Let's see. Tito. I love that Viking fan show. Me too, man. Prime Something Sports something. I can't remember. Oh my God. Long time no see. Digital Prez. Everybody, if you like that, people told me my intro gives them chills. Digital Prez created that. He was supposed to send me another version of it with his sign-on saying produced by Digital Prez is what I wanted. I wanted to give props where props are due. Once I'm monetized, Digital Prez will be getting a little chunk of that every time I run that intro, which is, that intro's fire. I'm sorry. I didn't create it.
The intro is fire.
The shit out of it, huh?
The intro is fire. I love it. It's like, right. I remember when it first came out, I'm like, where's some AC/DC? AC/DC, but every time I hear it, I love it more and more and more.
Well, AC/DC would be a copyright infringement, bro. And we can't afford to pay them that kind of money. But Digital Prez created that. He made it mysterious, old school. To him, that's his idea of what that's about. So you have to excuse me. I didn't create that intro, so I can brag about that intro as fire as fuck.
Absolutely.
And people tell me, dude, when I watch your intro, I get chills. That was created by Digital Prez, and I want another version with his name on it. I want it produced by Digital Prez. I want people to see that. You know what I mean? The man needs to take credit. Sports Brief Podcast. That's the one. That's the guy in Minnesota who's a Vikings fan, closet Raiders fan. If you watch his channel, he doesn't watch my channel. Watch his channel and check him out, guys. I'm telling you, you'll lose it. He's very intelligent, very in depth. What's needed, what we're doing right. The guy is very complimentary. He's a closet Raiders fan, man. Yeah, that guy's second team is the Raiders. Yeah, okay. Well, he doesn't cover the Vikings as much as he does the Raiders, so I got questions.
So, OG, we have $22.5 million right now. If you were the GM, what would you want to do with that money?
Send OG 20 million of it so he can buy his dream sailboat. And let's see. No, man. Wait till right before the season. Let the second free agency play out, and then look and see what cornerbacks are available on the cheap that are super talented. I'm sorry,
I'm glad you said cornerback.
You said that, and I fully agree, 110%.
I'm so excited you said cornerbacks because, we have some decent. We have decent cornerbacks.
We got good cornerbacks.
I keep thinking about an article I read about Graham, not counting the slot cornerback. I want four good cornerbacks. We got
three. Go get 5. Go get 2 more. Digital Press says it's supposed to give everyone chills. Yeah, it does. I'll send you my signature, OG. Awesome, bro. I would love to have that. Oh, Stoffel. Digital Press, you the man. Yeah, everybody who's got a real fire-ass intro in the beginning of the shows, it's Digital Press's intro. You can count on that. Everybody. He needs to put his signature on all of them, but hey, just saying. Everybody in the chat saying hello and salutes. Wow, this is cool. It's our family hanging out. Started bowling again after a few months ago, and all my equipment is Raiders, and now every time I go, I see other people wearing silver gear. All right, BL the Big Lebowski. Awesome.
Talk about silver gear. I love the old Raiders white jerseys. With the silver in the middle.
The AFL jerseys.
Oh yeah, I mean that is better than the norm now for the Raiders. The old school AFC. What do you want to even call that? What is it called even anymore?
The AFL jerseys. I need 5 good cornerbacks for all 5 wide receiver sets. I need 5 good cornerbacks for all 5 receiver sets. Most NFL teams run now. Yeah, on 6, Soldier. Hey, brother, good to see you, man. That's a good way to look at it. Give me 5 good cornerbacks.
So OG. So we gotta say this to our brother Auntie 6. Happy birthday, brother.
Oh, love you. Happy birthday, man.
It's your birthday. You're mad respected in this house, bro.
Go get you a lap dance, brother. No, I'm just kidding. We should have held on to Hayward, right, OG? Casey Hayward. You know what? Last year I thought that. But I don't know now. Let's see who's available in August. Let's see who's available in August, and let's see if we can get something better.
What I love is our boys like Robert Pena and Auntie 6, guys I could just sit in the chats and just say hello and talk it up and talk smack. So Auntie, you're Dodgers. Bye. Come on board, brother. It's your birthday. So happy birthday to you. Come on board.
AFL, a.k.a. Color Rush jersey. Thanks, brother. I would pull up, but not to get this workout in. Oh, man's working out and listening. That's cool. That's dedication, bro. Hey, Rafael, August 9th is his birthday. Let's see. Ana Diaz, happy birthday on 6. So, all right, let me try one more time to paste this in here. Put out that link. Anybody who wants to come in, happy birthday, and use those BD birthday wishes and falling stars appropriately. BL, nice. Salute on 6. Happy birthday, bro, from Terrence. There's the link if you want to come in, bro. On 6, about to say that. Well, I was about to say that. So Richards is working out. And he's not at work then. He's working out. Hey, anybody wants to come in, man, I would love it. Anybody who's still in the chat, jump on in, bro. Like, it would be nice to have someone come chop it up with.
I'd just be happy if the Raiders got Sue for, like, team-friendly contract, and then the rest of the money is like, let's put it on DBs and maybe a linebacker, just for depth. I mean,
you know what?
I think
Here's
the
the way
offense is pretty set. I mean, the right tackle position is still like my biggest concern. I saw that Parker's working out as a starter, and I also saw that Leatherface is working out as starter at right tackle.
Bro, come on.
But I don't trust either one of them.
Where was Colton Miller year 1 and versus year 2?
Agreed. I totally agree.
Plus, he comes out looking like the fucking Hulk now. Okay, the guy's learning how to use his hands, and he said something about that. That was his weakness, was his hands placement. He's learning, dude. Let him shine. I have a feeling he's going to be a lot better this year, just like Colton Miller was the second year.
Well, there's a lot of talk too about good, cutting good. I'm like, I can't see the Raiders cutting good because
they're not going to cut good.
Good is better than he's the best left guard, right tackle, and right guard on the team. So
last year he was,
and hopefully the injury doesn't set him back.
And so what I'm saying is
a $3.7 million savings is not in my book to let that guy go.
They're not going to let him go. And realistically, when it's all said and done, the dust is settled, we're down to our roster, right? I'm going to trust these guys. I'm going to trust Ziegler. I'm going to trust McDaniels. Okay. I think we're going to have something. Last year, I said we have something special. We're going to the playoffs. This year, we have something really effing special, like AFC Championship game. We're going. I don't care.
I would say you said it before anyone else. Honestly, it's like you look at the cap numbers, going to next season. This is the year. Honestly, this
window's open for the next 3 to 4 years.
It's open, but this is the cheapest year the Raiders are going to have in a long time.
Now we just got to.
That's why I brought it up earlier in your pod. Is you look at the salary cap next year, not counting Renfro's new contract extension, which SJ Sean Johnson confirmed. It's we had $23 million, not counting Renfro. So right now, I think the Raiders are all in now.
The Raiders will be all in.
Not any other year. This year.
The Raiders will be all in the next 3 to 4 years. Terrence is doing design work right now. I'll be listening in. We have these guys at work and working out, listening to the show, man. That's dedication. That's awesome, man. I appreciate the fact that you guys are even here, bro. Okay. Let's see. My birthday is, first game of the season. I'm calling the front office and making sure they give me a birthday win. There you go, Yoshi. Nice. Stoppel. That was a stupid article. Google ain't going nowhere, and we need help at O-line. Shaking my head. Let me explain something to you. People are talking about King Kong Sue. Okay, Donkey Kong Sue, whatever you want to call him. If we get Sue in the middle of that damn line with Crosby, Bilal Nichols, and Chandler Jones, why the hell do we even need cornerbacks or linebackers? Think about it. You're fucking dead. You got 1.5 seconds. You're dead. You got your third string quarterback playing in the fourth quarter, and you have gotten scored on big time. Okay? Tito. I'm giving it 2 years. Leatherwood will be a Pro Bowler. Watch in a few years. I'm giving it 2 years. He'll be a Pro Bowler. 90 days until kickoff. BL, it's a long summer, bro. It's a long summer. Yoshi's agreeing with Tito. Yeah, I'm saying 2 years. This year, Next year he'll be Pro Bowl caliber, won't get the respect, but then the following year he will. Like next year, Colton Miller is going to go to the Pro Bowl.
Man, I'm hoping so. I want Leatherwood to do good. It's like, if we could have like go back and draft and like Warwick could have switched the picks up, just switch them, then there wouldn't be a lot of like, debate. Like, but it was a first round draft pick, so
I'm just
I don't know what the Raiders are going to do on offensive line. I do know, like, JR and Soto put a really good show on of like our offensive linemen. The right side, great against, run block. Can't pass block for crap. Our left side, including our best player, Miller, they can pass block, but they can't run block. That's why we ran to the right side pretty much 99% of the time. So I hope the offensive line with the new scheme will change.
Our offensive line have played every position on that offensive line, every guy. Think about that. They're moving guys around to be flexible and throw defenses off. I'm telling you, Jack, you're underestimating that line, bro. You are way underestimating that line.
Show it to me, Raider players, Parker, Emmanuel, Leatherwood. Show it to me so we can give you the props. Until you do that, right now, I'm like that. That is one of my biggest concerns on this entire team is right tackle. And then after that, I want DBs. I want more DBs. More the better. We have too many great quarterbacks in this division. The DBs, we need multiple DBs. We get one injury, so Mullins goes down. We have one guy to be able to step up. What if another one goes down? Rocket Sim goes down. What do we have? We need DBs. DBs.
If we get Dominican Sue, we don't need shit. They will not be able. The damn rush will come so fast. I can send a troop of Girl Scouts out there and cover whatever team we got to play. If Namdegan Sue's in the middle of that line, we don't need nobody. Think about that. You got Max, Jones, Bilal, and Namdegan. Who you double teaming, and the other three eat your quarterback for lunch. What I'm saying is, we get something like that, I could send a troop, pull all our DBs out and put a troop of Girl Scouts in, and they can cover these guys. They won't have enough time to do anything.
Oh, that's funny.
Raiders have 3 Super Bowl rings, while the Chiefs have 2 Super Bowl rings. I mean, I am a Chiefs fan, but I have some Raiders fans in Florida that I'm cool with, and I talk to them. Look, brother, Jordan, I had a roommate and his wife were both Chiefs fans. They were from Missouri, okay? Great friends, love them. Thank God I got to watch the games of them back in the days when we dominated them. Just saying, because I didn't smack talk them. I did not smack talk, but I know they would have smack talked me. They would have smack talked me if they won. So Stonehill wants to keep Leatherwood at guard. Well, Leatherwood's been moved to where he's playing more starting reps at tackle. They're showing him how to do it the right way. Give him a shot. Uh-oh. We got a Kojo. What's up, brother?
What's going on, guys?
Jersey.
Kojo.
Okay, you're going to have to send me that jersey to be on this show. How you doing, man?
Yeah, I'm good. I got this on NFL shop.
Wow,
so
dude.
I didn't even pay. Normally you have to pay like $249. I got it for like 100 and something because it's not double stitched.
Wow.
Nice.
Wow. That's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice, brother. How you doing, man?
I'm good. I would normally be at work right now, but I put in my notice and then I called in sick. So
Awesome. So let me ask you, how you feeling about this sign? How do you feel about the sign the extension for Renfrow?
Okay, I'm loving the extension. I'm loving that it doesn't kick in until next year, right? 2 years. Was it 2 years, 32 million?
Yep, 21 guaranteed.
And it doesn't kick in until next year, so it doesn't affect the cap this year. And I know when they sign Renfrow, Waller, it'll be the same thing. It's not going to affect the cap this year. So now just go get depth, man. You know what Jack was talking about. Get depth at defensive back and defensive tackle.
Right, but if we use that cap money this year and get Ndamukong, do you care about the backs or tackles?
I mean, you can get him down, but you still get injuries, man. People go down. You know what I'm saying? Look, what's his name? Our safety. Abram. One play in 19, first play of the game, out for the season because he hit with the hit stick, but he didn't use his head on actually hitting
that
the person.
That face mask got bent. It was bent. It's like,
yeah, I'm saying he came in like a heat-seeking missile. I love
that, man. It's like that kid's a beast. So I hope Abrams works out. I really do. The talk is like, he's working with the defensive back coach and like playing the two deep safeties. Man, I hope he can find that game, because he can find that game to cover. Wow, that kid will be dynamic. He's already dynamic in a lot of ways, but please cover.
He can't cover.
Patrick Graham sees something in him because he's having him play too high safety right now. So
yep.
Let's just hope that transforms to the actual play on the field, in live games.
Right. BL just said as Leatherwood gets more comfortable in his role, he'll have no mental mistakes. No, because he made some mental mistakes and the offensive line got to run some laps last week because the offensive line coach ain't fucking around. And he's starting to get it together because he knows his teammates are going to hate him if he keeps doing that stupid shit.
You know what was cool about that, OG? Is that it was on the players. It wasn't the coaches that said, hey, run some laps. Right. I remember doing that, like, in my high school days, running laps. It was the players that did it on their own. So,
right. But in boot camp, in the military, you screw up, everybody pays. You don't screw up again. If you screw up again, you're going to pay for it.
Well, you pay for it regardless after lights out, because if they were punished because of you, they're going to come and see you at night anyway. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I went to boot camp, never got a blanket party, never did a mess up.
Me neither.
And nobody got a blanket party as far as I'm concerned. The guys I was in boot camp with were all like real step-up kind of guys. And the guys I hated at the beginning, I ended up hanging out with and I'm still friends with today. So
nice.
Well, you know what? We didn't mess up because we would lose our phone call privileges. That's the one thing everybody cared about. If you couldn't call home.
No.
Like, oh, fuck that.
No, you don't mess that up for nobody. That's a one-time offense blanket party right there.
We only did that. We only had the phone calls one time a week. It was on Thursday. So
was that like the soap, like in pillowcases and like getting beat down if you don't get your phone calls?
Yeah. If you fucked up, if you got people punished because of your stupidity, yeah, you definitely people would come and see you at night.
Gut,
just like in Full Metal Jacket. Just like in Full Metal Jacket.
Right, but you didn't use your fist. Use something like that on the gut where it didn't leave bruises.
And you're not going to tell because you're going to get it again.
Okay, so Jordan Francis is a diehard Chiefs fan. He's been a fan since 2004. He knows his history since the 60s. Good. You understand between the Chiefs and the Raiders in the 60s and 70s that a lot of new rules were implemented in the NFL because of that team, those rivalries, right?
Anybody that played receiver in the 60s and 70s, my hat's off to them, because every time I watch an old Raider game from the 70s, oh my goodness, those hits, man, those are like lay you out.
Yeah, yeah, Jay, you had to go. Can you imagine 1976? You're a receiver. You run out on that field, especially out in the middle as a slot receiver, and there's the Soul Patrol waiting for you. You need to rethink your life, man.
Just sitting at Tatum,
Tatum was part of the
put
Soul
that hit
Patrol.
on the Steelers receiver.
Tatum was part of the Soul Patrol.
I know, but he laid his ass out. He didn't even care. He's like, it's legal, so done. Come across my side. Bye, brother.
In the Super Bowl in '76, you see that hit on Sammy White.
Sammy White, he probably still has nightmares from that hit.
His helmet went this way, his mouthpiece went that way, and he was knocked the F out. And
the funniest part was Jack Tatum standing over him, and he just like whatever, man. Like, you're done for the day.
Hey,
what's up, Benjamin?
A question. So with the Tatum hit against Franco Harris, like, we'll never say he caught that ball, it hit the ground or not. Do you guys actually feel like he caught it, or it was like it hit the ground?
I don't feel like he caught it because of they never showed the angle, like, where he's actually catching the ball. They never showed the grass. You always just see him, you see it from like right here. You know what I'm saying?
That ball touched the ground.
Yeah. And why didn't it take him 10 minutes to fucking make the call?
Official said, "Oh, how much security do we have?"
Yeah.
"Oh, we don't have enough security. So it's a catch, touchdown. Bye-bye."
Yep.
I mean, put yourself in the referee's shoes. I mean, are you going to get out of that stadium alive? No.
Yeah.
Your own fans are going to kill you. Yeah.
A fucking playoff game? Come on now.
Hey, what's up, Joey boy? Tito.
Hey, but you guys were talking about Denzel Good. Well, if they can't see anything from this man because, he's still not fully recovered, then how the fuck is he going to make the roster?
Exactly.
Because they got to see something.
But if Good is good, he's better than our left guard, our right guard,
I'm with
tackle.
you there. John Simpson should not be a Raider.
But John Simpson's now getting first-team reps. They've been working with him. Dude,
okay,
things change. New coaches change players.
I trust Carmen Brasillo.
Yeah, I trust all these
Daniel
guys.
has been like, rotating all the guys, like, in and out. Like, who's first team, who's getting most snaps, which I love about McDaniels. He's giving everybody a shot.
The only guy I don't trust is our special teams coordinator.
The guy from the Colts, and then
from Green Bay,
Packers, and then
went to the Packers, and now at the Raiders.
Had the worst damn special teams last year there was. When he was with the Colts, they had one of the best. Maybe it's the players. Maybe I need to.
It's the players.
Until he shows me that we got good special teams.
What I would like to see is, speaking of special teams, I haven't seen do you guys remember the last time we returned a kickoff for a touchdown or a punt? I can't fucking remember the last time that happened.
No.
It's been a long time.
No, but it was the last time we had a really good return man who was consistently good. He's now playing for the Atlanta Falcons.
Who?
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Okay, you're asking an old guy who? Come on, man.
I know who you're talking about. I can't pull his name out. It's like
I remember that was good and consistent for us was Jacoby Ford. That was a decade ago.
No, after Ford. OG's asking about after Ford. It's like oh my God, what's his name?
Cordero Patterson.
Cordero Patterson.
There you go.
When we let him go, I got so
I never understood why Gruden let him go. Like, what are you doing, you fuck?
Exactly. That guy pissed me off so bad. Like, when we let him go, I was like, what the fuck are you doing, Gruden?
And he was good for us in 17, so I didn't understand the move.
John Gruden being John Gruden. the game passed his ass by anyway. So the fact that he got busted, it was good for us long term. The fact that he's going to sue the NFL and blow their shit wide open, good for everybody long term.
Absolutely. Hey, JG, salute. You know, you're a captain of this team. You've been there, done it. But at the same time, it's like I love this new regime. This new regime is like, you know, stepping up and doing the right moves.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, never had that in our lifetime.
No, I have. But the last time it happened, let me explain something to you. I'm 57 years old. I'm an old prick. The last time we won a Super Bowl, I was a senior in high school. Think about that.
Yeah, I was 6. I know.
Okay. When I first became a Raiders fan was 2 years before we won our first Super Bowl. And we won 3 of them in a few years. And it was like, yeah. You know what's funny?
83.
What's really crazy is this dynasty that we're building now is going to be greater than that dynasty. And I love it for you young guys who've been waiting so fucking patiently, man. You guys have been waiting, and it's coming. It is coming. There are a lot of the older guys who are bitter who are now talking about this dynasty coming up. Cool, Kev. Love it, man. I ain't seen you in forever.
Cool Kev.
Cool Kev. What's up, brother?
Waller is next to get the bag. We'll see. He ain't worried about the bag, bro. He already said he wasn't. But
oh yeah, happy birthday, Auntie Six. Auntie Soldier.
Let me tell you something, man. You guys are going to witness something greater than I did when I first became a fan. And that's why I'm still here, bro, because of what we did then. You're going to get a bigger and longer term dynasty than I had because of the guys who we brought in to run the front office and coaching. And I love it for you guys, man. I love what's coming down the pipe. But there's a lot of the older guys who I talk to who are like, yeah, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. These fuckers are bullshit. Now they're going, we're doing it again. We're building it again. We're building that dynasty again. They believe. And these older guys have seen it before. So it's Tito Cedillos. I forgot how old I was when the Texans played the Seniors in 60. LOL. Damn.
That's old. That's salute old. Right there.
No, that's not old. That's ancient order. These guys are the Yodas, okay? Love that Tatum jersey. Yeah, me too, man. But, dude, you younger guys are in for a fucking treat over at least the next decade or two. You know,
hey, I'll take it.
If they do it like they did in New England, you're talking about 10 to 20 years of dynasty. And we will have more Lombardis than any team in the NFL, including the Patriots.
Man, I still hope that. I still question it. Like, you know, next 2 or 3 years, we are in the running.
2 or 3 years,
and
bro.
No, well, this is the way I'm saying this, OG. It's not like, you know, the Madden era of like 759 winning percentage every single year. We are on a 3-year deal.
Madden was there for how many years?
I don't know how many years he was there, but it was a 759 winning percentage.
It was 10 years. So. 10 years.
But are these contracts 10 years? No, these contracts are like up to Carr's contract. So as long as these contracts like stay in place, we're going to kick some fucking ass. And Raider Nation, we are going to kick some fucking ass over the next couple of years.
Madden was there for 10 years and got 1 Super Bowl, okay? A couple of bad calls kept us out of a couple of other ones. I'm going to say that, like the immaculate.
We already talked about one of them earlier.
but realistically, when Flores took over, took us to 2 more in 3 years. What I'm saying is these guys have built dynasties like the New England Patriots over 20 years and picking up 6 or 7 Super Bowl wins. We are going to start riding that ride next. In the next 10 years, Carr will still be our quarterback. He'll probably retire at around that time, 10 years from now. He's still not that old. Okay. But if we get 4 or 5 Super Bowls in the next 10 years, they find his replacement somewhere in the next 5 to 6 years, and we keep rolling. That's the kind of guys these are, man. This is the guys we're following. I do not see us. I don't. We'll end up with more trophies than New England. I honestly see this coming. And then you know what'll happen? They'll leave and I'll die. And it's right around the right time.
Yeah, it's like the Steelers were the first to 6. I want us to be the first to 7.
Right?
We signed our main players in contracts. So it's all about putting the pieces around them now.
The pieces are there in the offense. We don't really need anything in our offense. Let's be realistic. You got to cover Devontae Adams, Darren Waller. You got to handle our backfield. And you got to handle Hunter Renfrow. And whoever wide receiver number 2 ends up being. Even if it's by committee. We keep 2 or 3 wide receiver 2s out there. They're actually wide receivers 4. You get a speed guy out there, which we have. Opens everything up. That's all his job is to do, is to stretch the field. Who you covering? Who the hell are you going to choose your poison because you're going to die by the other 3? Or 4.
Absolutely.
Well, that's why I'm happy, because you know how Bill Belichick is the master of taking away your best weapon? Well, now he can't fucking do that anymore. Okay, you take away Devontae Adams, we still got Renfrow and we got Waller and we got fucking DeMarcus Robinson. So you can't take away your best weapon and then say, "Oh shit, I got to account for the other fuckers too."
Who's that speed guy we got who can blow it open? What's his name?
Well, the speed guy is Tyron Johnson, but we also got.
Throw him now. He's a speed guy. He's your number 4 receiver? You're going to put your number 4 guy on a speed receiver. You're going to make him look like a fucking superstar. He'll be the next Cliff Branch. You do that shit. What I'm saying is you the yardage, the touchdowns, all that, because you just put your number 4 guy on the fastest guy in the field. Because you got to put your number 1 and 2 guys on Devontae, or a number 1 and a 3. You got to put a 2 on Waller, which putting your 2 on Waller is stupid. Putting a 4 on Renfrow, putting your 5 on this. Come on, man. You're just pull out your katana, commit seppuku, gut yourself. You're over. You're done. Like first quarter of the game, you're done. And you can't adjust. Now, our defense is, if we picked up a freaking Ndamukong Suh, we could have the most trash-ass cornerbacks and DBs, and they'd still look like gods because they only got to cover for 1.5 seconds. See where I'm going here? And there's a quarterback going down. And there's a quarterback going down. And you got your third stringer. We'll see you the next time. And we'll kill him too. And then you're going to have an offensive lineman just hand it off to your freaking second string running back. Good luck.
So, OG, I have a question for you. Since I know you love, okay, let's say we sign Suh.
Uh-huh.
What would you compare the D-line versus the old teams? What would it be like?
They're not good enough to compare to this one.
Honestly, like in 83, we had an amazing D-line, and we had amazing corners too. Mm-hmm. And we had good linebackers. So
what was our D-line?
Would you say if we got Suh,
Who was our D line in '83? You had Howie Long. You had
Greg Townsend.
Zato, my favorite player. Dude,
you guys mentioned 3 of them. So we also had Bill Pickell.
Mm-hmm. Bill Pickell, good player.
And we had Sean Jones.
Yes.
Sean Jones.
Not as good as this line. They were not as good as this line would be with Nnamdi Suh. Our weak link would be.
That's a tall order there, OG.
That's a tall order. I agree.
Come on, man. 83 that's like legendary.
Our weakest link would be Bilal Nichols, who is used to double teams, who they can't double team now because they're worried about Jones and Crosby. No defensive line in our history would be as good as if we picked up Suh. Point blank, period. None of our defensive lines were as good as what that would be if we picked up Nnamdi Suh. And no quarterback would be safe. You'd have to give them a safe word so we could escort them out of the bar because they'd be fucking worried for their lives.
Well, OG, it would feel like the 2000 Raiders that I think we took out like 8 or 9 quarterbacks that year, like put them out of the game.
Who do we have?
In 2001?
No, 2000 we had what's that fucker's name?
Old bastard.
Number 91.
He never remembers shit.
Hold on. Darrell Russell, he was on the line.
Okay.
Number 3 pick.
Damn, what is this bastard's name? He was number 91. And I think it was Riggins or some shit.
No.
Yeah, because that D-line, I'm telling you, we took out like 9 fucking quarterbacks. It's like every week they were like, oh shit, you better have quarterback depth.
I'm Googling shit right now. Okay, so defensive line. Grady Jackson.
Oh, Grady.
Russell,
Grady Jackson, Tony Bryant, Lance Johnstone.
And Tony Bryant.
Okay. Reagan Upshot. That's what I meant to say. Reagan Upshot, number 91. I mean, he was fucking personally responsible for like taking out 4 quarterbacks.
Great. If you had, would you take them or Nnamdi Suh, Max Crosby, Chandler
No,
Jones?
I would take the 1 and 20. I'll take this line. I'm just saying it'll remind me of what damage we used to do to quarterbacks.
What I'm saying is the greatest if we picked up Nnamdi Suh, we would have the greatest Raiders defensive line in our entire history.
Okay.
You don't need cornerbacks or linebackers. Just put some fucking Girl Scouts out there. They could cover them for a second and a half. That's all it would take.
You brothers, you mentioned my boy, Grady Jackson.
Grady Jackson.
Hell yeah, dude. Met him. Shook hands with him.
Nice.
Absolutely. Grady was a beast. You know what? Like, people talk about Hankins, Hankins, after like being in 1 year in Graham's system, said, bye-bye, I'm leaving to go to the Raiders. Didn't want to be in a system. But you know what? His contract is so team-friendly. Man, at the goal line, and I don't know if it happened today or not. Did Farrell sign?
Don't know.
He signed. So if he signed and him and Hankins on goal line defense, wow, that would be awesome. You're going to keep him over a lot of the other guys like Pecco and the other guys that like they brought up. Those guys can go bye-bye in my mind. It's like,
I'm telling you right now, when the cuts start happening, a lot of Raiders fans are going to go, that guy's good. Obviously, he wasn't the cream of the crop on this team.
There's always a surprise cut every fucking year. I mean,
don't be surprised if there's a few, bro. because they weren't good enough to hang with the other guys that were kept. I'm just saying we're going to cut a lot of good guys, and people are going to be shocked and shaken. Nah, don't be shocked and shaken, brother. We're keeping the best of the best, and they were not it. And don't be
happens when you're a playoff team. The Raiders are a playoff team, so you're going to cut players. Yeah. It's going to kind of be a surprise. It's like it's going to be based on money. And it's like, sorry, if you're a playoff team, good players are going to go. I mean, we have like 10 tight ends. I mean, to me, they're all brought in as camp bodies just to kind of see who could be tight end number 3.
Yeah,
you're
going to see a lot of guys go. You're going to see offensive linemen, defensive line. You're going to see a lot of people go that you're not expecting to get cut. And you know what? They are weeding out the chaff and keeping the wheat. And that's what's going to happen. They're going to get the toughest, best players, period. We got so many damn good players in this team. We're going to cut good players that could start anywhere else, but not good enough to start here. That's the level we're headed to. Good. You know things are right when good players get cut.
Yeah, and I trust these guys because in previous regimes, the 53 best were not always kept. You can go back and look. 2021, 2019, Gruden did not always keep the best 53 fucking men, and that pissed me off. But I think McDaniels is definitely going to keep the best 53.
Gruden was keeping the best 53 brand names, not best 53 players.
It was, the Gruden grinder guys,
except for some of these guys were name only and bullshit. Okay. We brought in Antonio Brown. Need I say more?
FAB.
Yeah.
But like I said, surprise cuts happen every year. One of the biggest surprises that still pisses me off 20 years later was Greg Beaker got cut in 2002. And I'm like, what the fuck?
Yep.
He's an 8-year veteran, bro.
Yeah.
He almost won the game in New England. Well, he did win the game in New England, but we're not going to talk about that bullshit. But anyway, he was cut. Now I literally wanted to go to one Alameda Parkway and beat the shit out of Bill Callahan.
Absolutely, Kojo. Absolutely.
Callahan was trash.
Man, he was trash.
The team wasn't trash. We had great talent, except for
Callahan, the coach, was trash.
We met up in the Super Bowl versus John Gruden.
No, Callahan is still Callahan's fault. He changed the damn playbook on Friday. I mean, bro, you're gonna run heavy all week, and then on Friday, now we're changing it.
Back.
And then fucking Saturday, Barrett Robbins goes to fucking Tijuana, and I'm like, bro, what the fuck? This was not the game plan. Jerry Rice has talked about it. Tim Brown has talked about it.
He switched it back to what Gruden would easily be able to recognize.
Spider Y banana 2.
Spider 2, no, splits right, Spider 2, Y banana.
Do you guys know? I don't know if you heard Warren Sapp and Derek Brooks talk about this. They were calling like in the huddle. They're like, "Hey, they're running this play. We're gonna go over here. Hey, they're gonna do this." They're like, they knew exactly what the fuck the Raiders were running before they even snapped the ball.
They didn't even hit the practice field. They just studied the film all week.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
all they did. 2 weeks. Here's what happens if he lines up here. They're going here. Here's what happens if they line up here. They're going here. And Callahan didn't disguise a damn thing, that piece of shit.
And I understand they took away Tim Brown because they did. They fucking basically double Tim Brown, and, he was going to Jerry Rice and Jerry Porter. But it's like, bro, adjust.
Right.
Okay, if they're fucking playing a certain defense, adjust.
Callahan sabotaged this team. And
shit.
Barrett not showing up because he was in Tijuana on a bipolar fucking freak out was no help. Our center.
Yeah, but see, I didn't even know until that day that he had bipolar, right? They never mentioned that about Barrett Robbins.
Right. He's in Tijuana celebrating, thinking we won the day before the game. Like, what the fuck?
Because he was that fucked up.
Dude,
Because you have bipolar and you mix alcohol and drugs. I mean, come on.
Yep. But anyway, so you know what? Those days are gone. These days are here. And what's coming down the fucking pipe is going to be glorious.
It's going to be absolute unreal.
It's not going to be unreal. It's going to be what it used to be, where you're going to see many more years of it.
You know, OG, it's like, you know, you look back in like this 76 team. We had 3 Hall of Fame offensive linemen. We had a Hall of Fame tight end. We had 2 Hall of Fame wide receivers. We had a no-name at running back. It's like, man, this team could be unbelievable. You know, bring it back into today. It's like, you know, it's like, bring it back, Raider Nation. It's like, bring it back to the fans. And like, this team is like, under McDaniels, all the stuff that, you know, like, well, we can't score in the red zone. Well, McDaniels has been a top 5 red zone coach for years. This team is going to roar back and, like, you know, put people on their edges and, like, put teams in down plays.
Here's the thing. Back then, you know what we used to do? Dominate. Guess what we're going to do now? Dominate. We are going to dominate teams.
No more of this, like, you know, super close stuff. I agree. It's like, you know, I believe in offense. So
my heart can't handle so much
talking
more of that.
All these alleged sports authorities or these fucking clowns talk about the Raiders are going to finish 4th in the AFC West. Let me tell you how this is going to go. You got, the Denver Broncos did what? They went and got Russell Wilson.
And Randy Gregory.
Oh, and we went and got Russell Wilson's kryptonite. Okay. The Broncos went and got J.C. Jackson. Well, J.C. Jackson can't cover Devontae Adams. And they went and got Khalil Mack and Bosa. Yeah, by week 10, those assholes will be on IR. They don't count at the end of the season. And their coach is a dumbass. Oh, it's 4th and 10 on our own 30. Let's go for it. Okay, dumbass. You're an idiot. They're done. Everybody, the Chargers are going to be the sweethearts of the... No, you're not. You suck. And you always suck. You got bad coaching. And I got Raider Ray in the chat.
They hope for ties. Chargers hope for ties.
And then the Chiefs have lost players, gained back third-rate players, and they're gonna be the bottom feeders of this division and stay there. Dude, we dominate this division. Whoever wins the AFC West wins the Super Bowl. We dominate this division. Pobre ti, Chico, you're fucked. You can't hang with the Raiders.
Well, you look at signing Russell Wilson.
Jack, you got that T-Mobile stuff going on. You froze. You got that T-Mobile internet, bro. You froze, old man.
Hey, but OG, I heard your prediction that you got us going.
You guys feel like the Denver receivers better than
no, you froze again. He's too far out in his yard. He needs to get closer to his internet.
Anyway, OG, I heard your prediction. You got us going to the AFC Championship game, right?
Yes.
Okay. If it's at home, if we host the fucking thing, then I say we have a 60% or better chance to go to the Super Bowl. But if it's in Buffalo, Carr in cold weather, it's like hit or miss. I mean, he could either
Clark can play in cold weather. He just didn't have any fucking number 1 receivers or good fucking players around him. In cold weather, we can win. We did it in Cleveland 2 years ago.
I get it. We did it in Cleveland 2 years ago, and we did it. It was cold last year too. I don't know how cold it was, but it wasn't as cold
on the ground. And they have the 2 best running backs in the NFL. It was a running game. We won. I'm not buying any of the excuses anymore. There's no excuses no more.
Hey, Jack, let me ask you, because OG believes in this. I don't. Do you believe in trap games?
Yes.
No, I know you do, OG. I'm asking Jack. Do you believe in trap games, Jack?
Well, do you feel like the New York Giants last year was a trap game? We lost, and we should have whooped their asses.
We should have, but I'm saying, when you're a good team, I don't believe in trap games. If we're like a okay team, we're like inconsistent. We win one week and we lose another, and we win. And if we were that type of team, then yeah, I believe in trap games. But when you're a good team, like the roster we have right now, I don't believe in trap games, man. It's like you better win.
Cujo, you're talking about this year. So Cujo,
I'll give you our trap game this
not
year.
this year. Not this year. Last year, yes. I mean, we had so much more turmoil, losing John G and losing Ruggs for
man, there's no team that has gone through what we've gone through. No fucking team. I've never seen no shit like that in my life.
So now I don't believe in a trap game.
I got a trap game this year.
I know you got a trap game. You got the New Orleans, between New Orleans and Jacksonville, because I don't give a fuck about time zones.
Jacksonville's throwing money at players. Yeah. They're going to be better than you think. We go to New Orleans, we whip their ass, we come home, then we got to fly back out to Jacksonville.
That's the thing. We're not coming home.
That could be our trap game.
We're not coming home. You think we're coming home? We're going to go to the East Coast after New Orleans.
If we do that, not a trap game. But if we come back and then fly back, trap game.
Just because of 3 hour difference?
Jacksonville's going to be better than bottom feeders this year.
No, they are going to be better than bottom
at players.
Feeders.
Oh, absolutely no, guys. I mean, we're not going to lose to those guys. Absolutely not.
Oh, I didn't say we're going to lose because I don't give a shit about time zones. It's only fucking 3 hours from one coast to the other. And when you're playing a 1 o'clock game on the East Coast, it's like playing a fucking 4 o'clock game on the West Coast. What the fuck is the difference?
It's the
same
other way
shit.
around. It's like a 10 a.m. game on the West Coast.
Yeah, but you're not actually playing. You know what I'm saying? If you're playing on the West Coast, you're playing in the afternoon. So if you're playing in the afternoon, it's the same shit. It's just on the other side of the fucking country.
Yeah, but here's the thing, bro. It's like this. If they go directly from New Orleans to Jacksonville and just acclimate to the time zone for three few days, it's not a trap game. We're gonna smoke their asses. But if they fly home and then fly back, possibility.
Okay, I'll go with the possibility, but I'm saying based on what McDaniels has done, I don't think he's gonna be stupid enough to come back to the West Coast and then know he's going to have a disadvantage flying across the country.
Right. And Gruden would have done that. Because Gruden had a lot of stupid in him.
And remember, not that I wish for this, but they do fucking happen. Hurricane season happens and games could get fucking rescheduled. You know what I'm saying? Or might have to move from Florida to somewhere else.
Actually, at that part of the year, hurricane season's winding down, so it might not be so bad. Oh, we got somebody else in. We got somebody live. Ray. What's up, brother?
What's good, brothers? Hey, sorry, you guys. Look, first off, OG, sorry I didn't get to call you back. This week has been bananas, and I just took my family out to Jurassic World Dominion, so we just got back. It was my daughter's first movie ever. So it was pretty fun. Honestly, dude, not to be a spoiler alert, I wasn't a big fan of the movie, to be honest with you.
Wow.
I'm a fan of the originals, and dude, it's just they're doing too much, honestly.
My oldest daughter is 30. Her first movie was Jurassic Park.
It's such a good movie.
And she still has her ticket stubs shoved in the mirror of her dresser. And I watched the movie before I took her, so when scary parts come up, I turned around and said, "Oh, look, that's where the film comes out," and pointed at the light that was in the back of the theater. She looked, so she missed that. And then another scary part is like, "Hey, this is where we sneak away and go get some popcorn. You want some popcorn and soda?" Yeah. So we went and got popcorn and soda, made her miss the other part where he ate the guy out of the toilet room. But it was her first movie, and that movie cost me $225.
What?
What the fuck?
Why?
Movie tickets, $20. The next day, Papa, I want to see the dinosaurs. I said, we saw the dinosaurs yesterday. I want to see the real dinosaurs. So I take her to Prehistoric Pets in Huntington Beach.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I've got
iguana, tank, heat rock, full spectrum light, calcium supplements, water fountain. The movie cost me a lot of fucking money.
Hey, they're good.
And then I found out that iguanas are only a one-person pet. She would put her hand in there, he'd climb up her arm, sweet as hell. Anybody else would put their hand in there, that motherfucker would whip you with that tail. And therefore, that movie cost me $225.
Damn,
Well,
OG.
it
Sorry
gave you
about
memories,
that.
OG. You and your kid, man. That's worth it.
Well, yeah. I mean, what am I going to say? No? That's my baby.
I know. That's what I
Want to
was.
see the dinosaurs.
It was
Dinosaurs.
cool. I didn't even know that you could rent out a theater, and my church actually rented out the theater. And so it was like the people in our church. And dude, to rent out the theater for like, I think it was a little like private theater based branching off of like the other big ones. And it held like 30 to 40 people, and they only paid like $230 to rent it out.
Wow.
Which I thought that's actually pretty good. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, there's I've been hearing that movie was disappointing, but I heard Top Gun was kick butt. So
Yeah,
Top Gun is fucking
I
awesome.
would love to go to the big screen and see that and wear my mask and do all that stuff, because it's like stuff spreading still. And I can't do it yet because I'm probably gonna have to see it on streaming, because tomorrow I got a lot of work to do to connect my printer to my computer by Bluetooth, because I have a bad port and a bad cable, and print out my bus tickets. I have to catch a bus from Columbia to Charleston, get my flight, and I'm doing 20 hours of travel Tuesday to get to LA. My youngest daughter is graduating, so I have to be there. I'm scrambling for places to stay. I might have something lined up. I know I got 2 days in Orange County where I can stay with my business partner, so I can visit my oldest daughter and hang out with my business partner. I mean, I'm just doing the scramble thing right now. I'm gonna
Hopefully,
tell you,
Ed steps up and hooks you up, LG.
Ed called me. He's trying to work something. Vicky Orr is trying to scramble to do something for me to help me. So I'm going to leave it and trust it. I might have to get a hotel room my first night because I'm arriving so late near the airport. And then tomorrow, the next day, I'm getting in my Uber and I'm going to In-N-Out and I'm getting a double because, God, I haven't had one in 20 years. And then the food I miss. I'm going to go to my daughter's graduation, and then after that, I got people to see, and it's also my daughter's birthday that same week. So I got her day before her graduation. Her graduation next day is her birthday. Then I got to go down to Orange County, hang out with my business partner, hang out with my oldest daughter, who, is 30 now, who saw the first Jurassic Park when she was 2. And then I got to do all the flights and Ubers and buses back. And I'm telling you, man, I do not look forward to anything except for seeing my daughters, hanging with a couple of friends, and the food. Other than that, it's going to be nonstop, go. I'm going to come home and be exhausted, going, I need to get away from my vacation. It's killing me.
I have a couple questions here. So Kojo, what part of 916 do you live in, bro?
I live in near Antelope. Like my apartment complex, half of it is in Sacramento, half of it is in Antelope.
So, brother, we need to hang out. I'm in 916 too, bro. So I'm in Arden Park.
Arden Park? Okay, you're not that far from me.
You were not far.
Yeah.
And I said this to our OG's boy Ed Winchell. Let's meet. Ed. Meet up.
Ed is from Sacramento too.
Yeah, Ed's from Sacramento, and Reid's from Roseville, Rockland. So
hey man, I told you the Raider bar I go to is the corner pocket. When you put it out that one time, you had me going to players in Folsom. Like, no, corner pocket.
Players. I remember that, dude. I remember that. So Ray, question to you, because I know you're on your shit, dude. For me, I want more DBs. More DBs. What do you see the Raiders doing now with the sour cap that we have left, brother?
Well, I'm going to make a cocktail, but I want to hear what Raider Ray has to say, and I can replay it tomorrow. I also want to know his opinion on the Renfrow signing.
Okay. Okay, yeah, I'll get into the DB situation first. Look, with the cap situation that we're in, you're not going to go out and you're not going to go land some big name guy. Even post training camp when these guys get released. Now with the extensions coming, I've seen that we're in contract talks with Denzel Perryman now, and Darren Waller is a priority that the Las Vegas Raiders are going to take care of. Look, a lot of those funds are going to get ate up a little bit. So, like I said, I was in Doc's chat yesterday, and I was just saying that, look, there are guys that Patrick Graham is going to have his eyes on that may not even necessarily be huge names, but once they get released from their team come training camp, look, they're going to be those plug-and-play guys. They might not have a big name, but a scheme fit, a culture change, a lot of those things can really play out for these players around the National Football League. And that's what I'm looking for. And look, the name isn't really going to jump out at you. But really, you guys, like, we're getting what we're being told, right, come camp. And there could be guys on the roster right now that LeBlanc, Darius Phillips, these guys that are on the lower end of the roster, there's guys here that could really be earning a shot. And we're not going to get all the information. And these guys aren't – Josh McDaniels and Dave Ziegler, they run a tight ship. And you're not going to know this kind of stuff until preseason starts coming around and these guys get some game reps. So really, like, I know everybody wants to go and add talent right now, but with the offseason that the Las Vegas Raiders have had, you really need to let these guys compete. That's how I feel. Let somebody have an opportunity to go earn a job, and that's when you find value with those contract signings that we have, the Darius Phillips, the LeBlancs. So am I going to push emergency button quite yet? No. Do I think that we could use depth? Yeah, of course I do, but it doesn't necessarily mean that I need to go out and get an Xavier Rhodes or a Jackrabbit, or I don't need to go get those kind of guys. I can just go get a scheme fit. And look at what he did last year. Look what Gus Bradley, he goes out and gets an aging Desmond Trufant, you know what I mean? And he plugs him in. He goes and gets a Brandon Faison off of the practice squad. And these guys actually played serviceable snaps for the Raiders last year. It goes to show you that if it's a scheme fit, you necessarily don't need a huge name.
See, that's why my bro here, that's why I love his stuff, man. He brings some serious power content. So how do you feel about the extension of our boy Third and Renfrow?
Bro, I'm going to be careful with what I say. I'm probably going to be the one that...
No, on this channel. Don't be careful.
No, I know.
Say what you mean. Say what you mean, bro.
I'm trying to word it right because I don't want it to seem like I don't think that this is a good signing. It's just... Look, I love Renfrow, bro. He's one of my favorite Raiders, to be honest with you. But allocating $16 million of the cap, and I get that it's an average salary of $11.5 million. Look, when that gets broken down over 3 years, that sounds a lot better to me than the 16.5. And that's not to say that Hunter Renfrow doesn't deserve that kind of money. That's not to say that he's an extremely valuable asset to the offense that's going to probably have a huge year. I'm not saying any of that. $16.5 million is a lot of money to allocate to a slot wide receiver.
Absolutely.
But you know what I mean? Look, that's the market. That's where we're going. Look at the Cooper Kupp deal. There's signings around the league, and I've always preached on my channel, so I have to abide by my own rules. And that, look, this is the market value. This is what you're going to pay for a top-end slot wide receiver. Do I like it? It's not necessarily my money. Do I think that the market is a little bit elevated right now and you're probably overpaying And when I say overpaying, that doesn't mean that Hunter Renfrow isn't a good wide receiver. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying $16.5 million to allocate to really the third option on this football team. What is Darren Waller going to get paid? That's my question.
Absolutely. Ray, oh my God, you're reading my mind. It's like, yes, it's extended to next year.
Hunter Renfrow,
$16 million.
Yeah, if
But
Hunter Renfrow,
you look over the cap. We have $23 million on the cap hit. That's all we have left. $23 million next year.
Yeah.
So what is Waller going to get paid?
Yeah.
Waller should get paid more than Renfrow, because I'd rather have Waller than Renfrow. I mean, I'm going to be honest, I love both of them.
No,
but
look, if I'm being honest,
last year I would have rather had Renfrow.
Yeah,
Waller
but
was injured.
Look. Darren was injured, but Darren offers you a different asset to the football team than what Hunter does.
Yes, he does.
Darren Waller is an absolute matchup nightmare. That's not to say that Hunter isn't, but the things that you can do with your offense with Darren Waller, it is so unique. And look, Darren Waller's top 3 at his position. I think Hunter is in the upper echelon of slot wide receivers. I don't look at him as a top 3 weapon in the National Football League. He is a top premier. He's a highly effective target in this offense. But Darren Waller is just one of those guys who are just uniquely different. This is a guy you're going to flex out wide. You're going to line him up in the slot. You can double team him, and he's still going to make plays. I mean, this was the guy that the offense centered around when everything was broken down, and teams yet still couldn't stop this guy. It's going to be easier to double Hunter than it is to double Darren.
But Hunter was our number 1 receiver last year.
No,
okay. Hunter had a slot receiver getting over 100 catches and all the yards and touchdowns he got. I'm sorry. I think he's just as valuable as Waller, except for there's a difference between Waller and Renfrow. Waller was injured last year. Renfrow was not. Renfrow hasn't been injured most of his career with us. Here's the thing. It's justified what we're paying him. I think it's justified, but we don't have to agree 100% of the time. Jack don't agree with me. You don't agree with me, and that's cool. No, but here's the thing. Last year, we make the playoffs with Waller. No, we made the playoffs with Renfrow.
Well, I think we made the playoffs with a collection of guys. Like Renfrow really.
Yeah, it was the whole team effort.
It was the whole team. But
this team was so broken last year.
Exactly. That's why. Look,
and we still made it. And Renfrow was our top receiver.
Yeah, but
give the man his money.
This offense should not be designed that Hunter's getting 100 catches. That's not how it should.
Oh, it's not going to happen this year.
No. But that's what happened. That's why Hunter's stats were what they were. They had to force him the ball. And look, I congratulate him. He stepped up for this team. By no means am I saying that Hunter Renfrow is a bad football player. None of that. None. I'm so happy that he earned that money. I'm glad that the Raiders kept him around. And Derek Carr, look, this is why Derek Carr structured his contract the way it is. Everything I'm saying is not any slight to what your opinion is or Hunter Renfrow, none of that.
No. I don't believe it's a slight. We all have differing opinions.
It's just me personally. I believe, okay, if you could give me Devontae Adams or Hunter Renfrow as a duo, or you can give me Devontae Adams and Darren Waller and fill in the pieces around Devontae and Darren, I'm taking Devontae and Darren because they just offer you more, in my opinion, because I feel like Darren can go more places than Hunter can.
Here's my opinion. You got Darren, Devontae, and Hunter? That's pay the men. Pay them all.
But this is what I think Darren Waller will get because we already have him on contract for 2 years. So I think they're going to give him like 2 years, $30 million, with probably 20 guaranteed. So it'd be like 15 a year. Because I don't think McDaniels is going to overpay or Ziegler is going to overpay. He hasn't done it yet. So that
I don't think he's overpaid.
Patriot nonsense talk is not happening.
Yeah, I don't think that he's going to overpay. But here's the thing that we've seen with this organization, with Josh McDaniels and Dave Ziegler. They're not afraid to throw money at somebody that they want. They go and make They go and make Devontae Adams the highest paid wide receiver, and I know that contract is adjusted in certain type of ways. You go and extend a Max Crosby. You go extend Derek Carr. Now you're extending Hunter Renfrow. You go get a Chandler Jones on a 3-year, $55 million deal. This organization is no longer afraid to throw money at players that they feel like that they really want. So look, Darren Waller, if Hunter Renfrow got 16.5, dude, Darren Waller's going to get close to 20. I bet it's just shy of 20 million.
Yeah, but here's the scoop. Let's say they just turn around and go, Darren, we got 2 more years on your contract. Next year we'll negotiate. We're going to just throw you a $5 million bonus. He's going to be happy on top of his pay.
Here's what I see them doing. What is he getting paid? Can somebody look it up real quick? I think it's $8 million.
It's year. Like seven or 8 million.
Okay.
Yeah, give him 12 million this year. Give him 5 more million.
I was going to say give
12
him 10,
to 13.
I could see them giving him 10 million this year. He bumps up to 17 million this season, and next season he gets another pay raise, and they use that cap that's allocated next year to bump up his pay. I don't see it as a huge extension on his current contract.
Here's the thing, guys.
Here's one. Stay healthy. There's $1 million. Play the whole season. 4 more million if we get to the playoffs.
Here's the thing, though. Darren has only been hurt last year. This guy is
gentlemen. So next year, before the Renfrow contract on over the cap was $23 million. Not counting Renfrow's $16 million next year. So that means we have like $7 or $8 million next year. So all this talk about, extending, Waller. Look at the cap. Look at the cap. The cap. We signed a lot of good guys, a lot of good players, and extended them. Everyone keeps talking about the money's going to get pushed back. Well, we can push back Waller's contract if we go 2 years and then push it back more. But if you're talking about putting money on next year's cap, it ain't there.
When I say that, this is what I mean. Jonathan Abram, Cleveland Farrell, and Josh Jacobs are all coming off the books next season. Those are all 3 first-round picks getting paid serious money right now. That cap is going to go back to us. If the league can get it worked out with the Henry Ruggs situation, the Damon Arnett situation, and that cap space can get allocated back to us.
Yep.
You're talking about some real opportunities to get a few of that assets back. That's what I'm talking about, pushing that cap into next year. I'm not saying take what we have right now, because right now we're not going to have a lot. But next year, we're going to have a lot of players coming off the books. I know we're talking about extending and re-signing people, but you off the top, you have 3 first-round picks coming off the books last year. I don't see them bringing any of those cats back. So you're going to allocate some money. You're going to free up some money. We're not going to have the kind of cap space we had last season, but we're going to have some where if we want to retain somebody, we can do it. That's a reason why they're prioritizing Darren, right? Because they know that they have the funds that they could do it, or they want to be doing it. They're not going to put themselves in a bad situation. That's where I'm at.
No, but if they just add $5 million to his pay this year, he's being treated with respect. You got money to go get a Sue for a year. Wait till August. Let him sit there and stew for a while. You can get him. I'm just saying is, Hunter Renfrow was a priority, and everybody's like, "Oh, who's going to get us taken care of first, Waller or Renfrow?" And I'm like, they're all like, "Waller, no, Renfrow." I said that. I said that on your show, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And we got Renfrow locked in. Waller is already locked in by contract, but if we give him a little something, shows the rest of the NFL, they take care of their players.
Yeah,
that's what we need to do.
Yeah, and like I said on my show, when the whole debate was who's getting signed first, and I told you guys, I don't care who gets signed first, because I think both of them are going to be Raiders. I've stated that. And what did we see? Literally minutes right after the report that Hunter Renfrow gets extended. I said Renfrow first. He's the priority. The next article that was dropped was the Raiders are now prioritizing to extend Darren Waller. these two guys, they're going to lock up. You know what I mean? Like, they're too valuable to this offense. You've created a trio that's probably the best trio in all of football if they can stay healthy. Let's just face it. They're up there. They're in the top 3 conversation for sure. And I'm having a hard time thinking of 2 other ones above them, you know? So,
right, exactly.
You know
That's
what I mean?
same here. Like, no, you got to guard this. Good luck defending this.
And
You can't.
If you look, like Devontae's contract is set up for 3 years. Derek's is really set up on 1 year, but those final 2 years, they can just renegotiate. And I guarantee you, you know what I mean?
He will.
And then look, Hunter Renfrow is on a 2-year extension. That's all they extended him was 2 years. Like, they are literally creating a window. Like when I was saying last week on my channel, on my live, they've created a 3 to 4 year window where they're going to go win now. Like Raiders are in win right now mode. So they've signed these contracts. Chandler Jones, 3-year deal. Max Crosby, he's probably got the longest extension, right?
Yeah, but Max is young.
Yeah,
Chandler
Max is
Jones,
young.
3 years from now, it's
but
time
so
to
is
go.
Hunter. But so is Hunter.
Thank you,
That's what's
Ray.
crazy.
You
Ray, you know what my favorite
earlier.
thing is? We didn't sacrifice the future to win now. You know, we
Exactly.
set up
The
for the
Rams.
future.
Exactly.
Win now mode.
But here's the thing. We did allocate resources this year, but look at how much better we got this year. Typically, you guys in a first regime, these guys hold on to draft picks like gold because they want to get their guys. They want to build their foundation. Josh McDaniels and Dave Ziegler's unique situation was they're coming into a 10-7 football team who lost by 1 score to the team that's in the Super Bowl. We don't have to press the reset button. So what do? They go allocate resources that they have to get better. You give up a 1st and 2nd round pick. That's almost unheard of your first year because your guys aren't in the building yet. They go out, they go get a serious weapon in Devontae. They go and get aggressive with the Chandler Jones. And the amount of depth that they've added, Kenny Young, Jayon Brown, Bilal Nichols, Anthony Averett, Rocky Ya-Sin. I mean, you're adding serious talent to an already good team. Like, I love what they're doing. I love it. I love that they're not afraid to pull trigger, bro. I've said it for years now. Obviously, before I even had a channel, right? Before I ever even had a public voice, I was like, when John Gruden and Mike Mayock were running it, I'm like, you guys have good players on the open market right now, and you guys are afraid to go pull the trigger and make big money moves, big boss moves. Go give up a 1st round pick to go get an established player now because you're missing on all these. Now, the 2021 draft, I think they absolutely knocked it out of the park. I know they've gotten a lot of hate for their draft picks. And, yeah, the previous ones, they failed. But landing Alex Leatherwood, they took Alex Leatherwood in the 1st because he's a right tackle. And if he was going to pan out, he had a 5th-year option on his contract. That's why they didn't take Trayvon Merrick first, because you're not going to allocate the 5th-year option to a safety when the market is in high demand for a right tackle. So they were banking on Alex Leatherwood panning out, so they had a 5th-year option on that. That's why they reached for Alex in the 1st. What do? They go to the 2nd round and get a Trayvon Merrick. They go get a Malcolm Kuntz in the 3rd. They go get a Divine Diablo, a Nate Hobbs, a Tyree Gillespie, and then your 7th round draft pick, Jimmy Morrissey, is now a starting center for the Houston Texans. They knocked
pissed me off
out of the park. They knocked that draft out of the park. They nailed it on every single level. They did what you're supposed to do rounds 2 through 7. Nailed it.
Y'all understand why this guy is my favorite YouTube content creator, right? He knows his shit.
Ray definitely knows his shit.
Like into
Stuff.
Fire me up.
Ray, you, me, and Farrell. God damn, you and Farrell are like my twins, dude. I love you guys. Absolutely 100%. I'm listening. I'm talking to myself. I listen to you talk, and I hear myself. So thank you, brother.
No, it's just, bro.
No, man, you and Farrell got a click that happened.
No,
I watched when you guys were talking, and it was amazing.
We've been talking behind the scenes on Instagram. I know Tuesday, Spotlight Sports Talk, Darian, he wanted to get me on. He reached out to me and asked if I would do a show with him. They were saying something about there's a podcast network looking for a Raiders content creator. Look, I'm not looking for all that, if I'm being honest with you. I love doing what I'm doing. I love spending time with my family, getting on, talking with the boys, and I'm just gonna keep growing it. I don't want to jump into anything quick. It's weird. You know what I mean?
Give
It's
me
like,
a call tomorrow, bro. Dude, like tomorrow, give me a call.
Okay.
We can talk.
Yeah. I'm going
We need to talk.
Yeah. And so I'm going to get out there. I'm going to talk to people. But outside of that, bro, like I'm going to continue growing like what I'm doing here with my brothers. You know what I mean? So I'm going to keep my stuff basic and host my lives and come chop it up with the people. And the more and more that this thing starts to grow, it starts getting weird. I'm not going to lie. It gets a little weird. So I'm just trying to stay in my lane and stick to my own opinions a little bit.
We doing Wednesday night?
Yeah. I mean, look, I'm going to keep you updated with my schedule. Now I'm getting allocated more hours. So that's why I wasn't able to go on and go live this week.
No, bro, same here. Like I'm getting jacked up on hours and want to make a time that works right. But yeah, it's getting a little tougher this part of the year for some damn reason. I'm getting more business coming in, so I gotta.
That's not a problem. You know what I mean?
Work full time instead of part time. I've got triple my hours now, and it's like son of a.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I know. Hey, we'll get it worked out, bro. Like I said, it's not like we're doing this. Like, I want to go live more. I really do. I love interacting with everybody. Honestly, I love doing the lives almost more than I like sitting down and. Now, my content is what's got me to the place to where I can go live, right? But it's like I spend so much time doing the content and trying to edit and create my takes because I don't like to regurgitate the same stuff. Like I don't want 10 that's why I didn't do an updated video of Hunter Renfrow contract extension. Why? Because there's 50 videos of people talking about Hunter Renfrow's contract extension. You know, I'd rather go down into the roster a little bit and talk about how Foster Moreau can be efficient when it comes to red zone efficiency. I'd rather talk about Bam Osaline competing for a backup right tackle spot, a guy who's staying after practice to get work with Chandler Jones. Stuff that everybody's not talking about, you know?
Yeah, bro, and that's how you stay relevant, real, and rocking. And here's the thing. You're doing your content, you're doing your videos. Lives are getting to, because you're in Indiana, I'm in South Carolina. We don't get to talk with other Raiders fans. That's why lives are so important to me. I could do videos, but I hate just putting out some crap out there, and I don't get to talk to nobody, man. And I hate that. I'd rather just talk live with Raiders fans.
And honestly,
live with the chat.
When I go live, like I feel like I can just flow better, if that makes sense. Like when I'm making content, like I'll get so caught up in like where my thoughts are wanting to go that I'm like, oh, gosh, I got to go back and reassess this. And I'm like, or I'll think of something that I wasn't thinking of before. And I'm like, oh man, like I got to add that. That's good. And then it just takes more time to where if I'm just going live and say I disagree with somebody or something, and then it can just flow like a conversation, and I'm not just sitting at the camera, you know? It's like
and that's the thing. When I go live, I get to talk to Raiders fans and get in the chat, get involved with it, talk to these people. Like these are my people, my friends, they're not subscribers to me. They are motherfuckers I like to hang out with, point blank period. Like I want to hang out with these people. And because I can't talk about this with neighbors and friends. They don't give a shit about the Raiders. I live in South Carolina. They don't care. I want to talk to the people here. That's why I do this. I'd rather go live.
Hey, Jack, are you going to tune into the show tomorrow?
Yeah, bro.
Are you going to tune into the show tomorrow? I think I'm going to go live tomorrow night.
If you're going live, I'll be there, bro.
Me too.
All right.
Yeah, I get my notifications. So anytime anybody goes live, I'm on there. Obviously, sometimes two people go at the same. Nice to meet you too, Raider Ray. Yeah, but sometimes two people go live at the same time. I'm like, okay, I got to pick one.
I know, it's tough, bro. And then look,
hey, Cujo,
yo,
man, you live in the Sacramento area. Let's meet up.
Yeah, after the show, hit me up on Instagram. Hit me up on Instagram. It's the same name as my screen name. So look me up on Instagram, and I'll give you my phone number, and then we can.
I'm old, so send it to OG because I'm old. I'm sorry, I'm old guy, dude. I'm an old guy.
All right, I'll send it to OG, and OG will send it to you.
Absolutely.
Go on IG, Jack.
And Ray, it's like
I'm on IG. I follow Raider Kojo on IG.
What was that, Jack?
I don't have IG. I don't have.
Just get a fucking account.
No Instagram, none of that stuff,
Sign up for IG, Jack.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. Ray, I got rid of all social media. I thought it was like a cesspool, and
IG's good. Twitter is trash.
Oh, Ray, I only use it for communication. I don't post anything on there. I don't care about none of that nonsense.
I'm on there with even Raiders content, and I'm just like, there's times where I enjoy it because it makes the world a little bit smaller, so I can like interact with content creators a lot more easy than sitting here emailing them and reaching out in comment sections and them not see it. Like, so all of that makes it more simplified and stuff. But bro, outside of that,
stay on the Twitter and stay on the Facebook Raiders groups. It's toxic.
Social media is toxic, bro.
But IG's not. If you're following Raiders fans, they're just showing little highlight clips and stuff. It's pretty cool.
I'm trying to be more. Dude, look, I'm more of like pretty reserved type of guy. I'm trying to get more out there and more involved. I'm doing my best at it, but I'm just pretty much. I've kept my circle pretty small, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
So Ray, dude, you and Farrell could run this world with Raiders content. You and Farrell are like two brothers that from another mother that I never had. My God.
We've been saying
I hope you and Farrell keep talking, dude.
Yeah. That's a relationship that I hope that blossoms too, man. Like I said, like I'm not ever going to be like superficial, bro. I made a promise myself.
Yeah, bro, but that's the thing about Farrell.
And
he's not like that. He's like you.
He's a great dude, bro. And
absolutely.
I'm an old guy. I found your channel and I'm grateful for it. And I love following it. And yes, I introduced you to some guys, but you and Pharaoh could create something amazing. And you should
I just like how like the nation, dude, like it was so weird because like from the jump, people were hitting me up like, man, you and Pharaoh, your guys' personalities.
Yeah, well, people were hitting him up too, saying you and Raider Ray need to get together.
And it's like when the nation wanted something, it's like it kind of organically happened. And dude, I really enjoyed the conversation I had. It was just one of those conversations about football that I felt like it was just flowing pretty naturally. And yeah, I think moving forward, hopefully when he can get some free time and I can get some free time, that we can kind of collaborate and get something going. It'd be cool to do a show with him. You know what I mean? Even if it was like once every 2 weeks or once a month or whatever we got time to do, just give the nation some.
Nation's asking for it. And you know what? By the
I'm
way,
asking for it.
Today was the day, bro.
Raider Jack, it's like asking for that because, like, you know what? You guys are like the same person as me. We have a lot of the same opinions. You guys have a lot of the same opinions, which I think it would be great for a show. Absolutely.
And even where things were like me and Farrell weren't like completely eye to eye, we were able to dialogue and see both sides. And I'm like, okay, like that makes sense. Or if I say something and it might make sense to him, or so yeah, I would just encourage Raider Nation to like, hey, just keep talking to Farrell. That it'd be something that Raider Nation would like to see, and just, I guess, keep planting a seed. You know what I mean? And we'll let it grow. You know.
Hey,
I think it'll happen. Look, this is where I stand with it. I think it'll happen. It's just a matter of when, and I'm just gonna let that play out, bro. I'm gonna continue to push and create and stay who I am, and I think Pharaoh's gonna do the same. And I think that we'll just merge and hopefully at some point give Raider Nation a lot of stuff that they want to see.
Hey, Raider Ray.
Yeah.
Remember I told you about that day that would come?
Yeah.
Today was
here.
The day. I knew you would blow past me. and for subscribers. And you know what? Got no bitch, got no complaint. You deserve it. I told you, you were my favorite content creator. Okay. I said a lot of things about that, but I am so glad that you've gotten where you've gotten, bro. You're elevating yourself. You're going there. I saw it. I told my wife, and I was so thrilled. Raider Ray has blown past me as far as subscribers, and well, sure he deserves. His content has impressed me to a point where I'm just like tuning in, can't wait to see it, and he deserves that. He's my favorite content creator, and y'all need to support his channel. If you're not watching his channel, everybody in the chat, understand this. If you want super quality content, you want to tune into something that's so fierce that you're like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Go to Raider Ray and subscribe to his channel.
Absolutely. It's like subscribe to Raider Ray. It's kind of funny. OG and I talked about dark horse players, and the first person I brought up was Brown, Jaylen Brown, linebacker. And Ray, then you did a whole show on him, and you wiped it my takes out because you did it. Love it.
Yeah, but other content creators copied his stuff.
I'm taking a back seat on that one. I won't say nothing. I'll let everybody else.
I saw other content creators copying what Raider Ray's doing on his highest viewed stuff. Sorry, I'm calling it real. I got nothing. I got nothing to lose in this game. If I make enemies, I don't care. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing and be real. But I saw content creators copying what Ray was saying. Guys, go to his channel if you want the real deal, front and forward.
It's just weird when, like, OG, we've talked about it before. It's weird, like, when I create content, I kind of make like a little few unique takes, and that's not to say that I'm not anything special.
Yeah, but 3 days after you did a fucking video, I saw Tom Pelissero word for word copying your shit. And I pointed out to my wife, and she's like, oh, wow. There are not just content creators. There are media guys copying you.
It's like,
bro, your content is that good. That's
the
you're being imitated by some of the best.
It was just timing. Like the Jayon Brown video like blew up, and for my channel, like to get 4,500 views on a video on a channel that at the time had, I think when I made that, dude, I probably had like 350 subscribers.
Yeah,
so
but
for that to blow up,
Pelissero copied you word for word, bro.
But then I see like within the last week or two, because those numbers have inflated on that video over the last week or two, bro. It's like now I'm seeing these Jayon Brown videos come out. Now people think his pass coverage is good, and I'm like, nothing has happened. No media news has talked about Jayon Brown in mandatory minicamp, and it's like, where's all this? It's just, and you've seen it. I won't even say names or nothing, but OG, we've been live on this show, and other creators come on here and word for word use the quotes that I use specifically.
Especially when the media content creators like Tom Pelissero or Ian What's-His-Face are copying your words word for word and putting out tweets. Dude, your content's that kind of quality of fire. Dude, don't get offended by it.
Too bad you can't get it for plagiarism. Fucking bastard.
Embrace it.
I'm at the point.
For your words mean that much.
Kojo, I'm at the point, bro, though, that I just like, even if these dudes that have a lot bigger, like, dude, I'm honestly, like, you can ask OG, I'm really like 2 to 3 months into this game. Like,
I know.
And it's like, if everybody else has platforms right now and a voice, and even if they, look, not everybody's taking my stuff. There are a few people that I've seen, but it's okay. Like, you have the platform, you got the voice. If you want to come up and make it seem like it was your own take and your own idea, hey, bro, you got to sleep with that at night. I'm just gonna be me. And one day, when that voice is out there and that platform is established, which I think it will be, you know what I mean? I believe that it will be. I'm going to keep working and keep grinding. I got to earn every stripe in this game. I'm no different than anybody. But once that platform is there and I start giving those takes that I give, because I just look at things just a little bit differently, that's it. I'll know who's taking that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
but when Tom Pelissero and Ian Rappaport steal from you, dude, and I've seen it, and I show my wife, she's like, wait a minute. Ray said that 3 nights ago. Word for fucking word. You know what? Dude, understand. The greatest flattery is people stealing your shit.
Hey, OG, okay. Another flattery for Red Ray. We talked about sleepers, right? You and I, we always talk behind the scenes, like, you know, just chit-chatting. And then we talk about sleepers that we want. I said, I want to talk about Brown. And then Raider Ray, like, came out, like, literally the next day and, like, talked about him. I'm like, I can't do it better than that, dude. Fucking.
Yeah, and I said, I don't know who the fuck that is. And he come out and put it out, and it was like, bam. But then Tom Pelissero, Ian Rappaport stole his shit, and several content creators stole his shit. And I'm like, dude, people are copying you.
Right.
You're putting out the real deal shit. If you're not following Raider Ray, you're out of your mind, because I'm going to tell you straight up. You're going to hear it before
if you're not supporting Cat, if you're not supporting OG,
content creators.
Support this channel too.
Yeah, look, I don't need
OG is like the OG of all the fans.
No, dude,
yeah, but here's the thing. Ian Rappaport, Tom Pelissero, and several content creators put out a shit ton of Jam Brown shit 3 days after he put it out. If you want it first and foremost, go to this man right here, because your news is going to be secondhand, bro.
And look,
follow this man, support his channel.
I'm not.
Look,
I'm
OG,
not accurate on 110%.
True Raider fans are gonna be fucking subscribed to Raider content creators. If you really want to get Raider news and don't want to listen to the bullshit on NFL Network and ESPN and Fox, you're gonna fucking subscribe to, or assuming you're on the internet, you're gonna subscribe to Raider content creators. I mean, that's what the fuck it is.
Right, but this guy is gonna put it out before anybody else, bro.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Not every look. There's other people that got way.
No, you're gonna bullshit. I'm calling bullshit. You put it out before everybody else, and everybody gets interested after they hear their favorite content creators repeat what you've already said. Follow this man. Get on his channel. This is the my favorite, best damn content creator on Raiders YouTube, and he doesn't have a huge crowd, but he's got a real crowd, and they get to hear first from this man.
So I love the support, and I thank you for that. However, enough of flattery for Raider Ray. Raider Ray is just a normal dude.
Raider Ray's a prick. No, I'm just kidding.
How about talking about how, dude, I pulled up in a chat, bro, and I just felt like people were like, not hearing me out on my take. Look, you only got a certain amount of characters that I could use in a chat, so I have to be pretty selective with how I say stuff. But look, this is just my opinion. I really do believe that Jonathan Hankins has to show up to training camp ready to work, because there are some young bucks on this roster that is going to be vying and competing for a spot. And look, being 30 years old, coming off of an injury, and I get it, it's not a serious injury, but look, Jonathan Hankins is one of those guys who offers you a limited role when it comes to a player. He's a run stuffer. That's about it. He offered you 20 solo tackles last year, no sacks, and look, like the people trying to come out and be like, well, Ray, he's not a pass rusher. He's not like, I get that. I'm not foolish. Like, I know what his job is. I know what his role is. I know what that nose tackle is supposed to be doing. He's not going to get all the gawky numbers. I get that. But at 30 years old, when you draft a guy like a Neil Farrell Jr., a kid who's bigger, faster, offers you more versatility when it comes to pass rush, at some point you have to take a look at the roster and say, who is better right now? Who gives me more upside? Is it Neil Farrell Jr. or is it Jonathan Hankins? And let's not get this wrong. Jonathan Hankins has lasted 1 year in Patrick Graham's defense. I don't think that the staff thinks all that much about him. I think the one thing saving him is his contract. It's a 1 year, $1.3 million deal, $425,000 guaranteed. You keep him as insurance, but let the young kid go. I want to see this young defensive line kind of pin their ears back a little bit and give these young kids a shot. You got a Chandler Jones on the outside. You got a Max Crosby. You've got a Malcolm Kuntz thrown in there. Let these young kids go out there and get some game experience. You know what I'm trying to say?
Ray.
Top 5 guys in the trenches.
Well, they should be all playing in the preseason. No starters should play in preseason. I want to see all backups.
Ray.
What's up?
You already read my words. Like, I posted on your channel. Hankins, Farrell.
Yeah, red zone. I love that take. I really
goal
do.
line. I'm there with that, brother. It's like, his contract is minimal.
Yeah,
so
he's a depth
goal
player
line, absolutely.
He is a
Hold it
depth
down,
player.
brothers. Old man bladder. Hold it down.
But, Ray, you know what? I'm glad you brought up Hankins because we were talking about good. And, like, right now he's not practicing because he's still not fully recovered. So
Right.
I was telling Jack, I'm like, if they don't see something from Denzel Good, I know he's a good guard, a left guard, but if they don't see something, I don't think he makes the roster.
I'll say it this way. If Denzel Good, by that last preseason game, if he's on schedule to come back, say he gets healthy preseason week 3, and he'd be eligible to play week 1 or maybe early in the season, week 2, week 3, say he recovers in that time, I could see them keeping him. And the only reason why I say that is because he has a $3 million deal. This is a guy who can swing all over the line. This is a guy who's even swung out and played right tackle. One thing that's been preached this entire offseason with this Las Vegas Raiders football team is versatility. And Denzel Good is that. If you could put a description under Denzel Good's name, which kind of defines him as a player, it would be versatility. And I think that's something that the coaching staff really likes. I mean, I guarantee you, Denzel Good is the type of guy that in a pinch, say the center position went down, I feel like this kid would go in there and compete his tail off to give you the best performance he can, even at a center. But this is a guy that swings the guard, swings the tackle, and at $3 million, it's going to be hard to go out there and get, even if he's a backup guy, even if he's a situational guy, it's going to be hard to kind of replace a guy like Denzel Good. I personally like Denzel Good. And then this power gap scheme, I think there's a few other names that you could look at to get cut before I would necessarily cut Denzel Good. But, dude, I mean, you could be on it. If the coaching staff doesn't see that he's healthy and some of these young guys kind of rise up to play, yeah, they could definitely free up a little bit of money, that $3 million, which I don't think is too much. But, yeah, no, I can see where you're coming from. Just my opinion personally, I think that he's kind of too good at that value. No pun intended. I just think he's too good at that value to kind of cut and release. I like Denzel Good, and I like him in this scheme.
No, I don't want him cut either.
Yeah.
Trust me.
Hey, guys, I'm gonna go ahead.
So if he got cut, it would be $3.7 million free cap.
Okay.
But he's a better left guard. He's a better right guard. He could probably be the best right tackle on our team. That player has more versatility than any other player on this offensive line. So, Ray, I agree. I don't want him gone. The money that is there is worthless to spend on other players. To get a good offensive lineman that can do any position that you want him to do. It's all about his health. 100.
For me, I'm like, who is going to emerge as that emergency break glass backup right tackle? And I know it'd be quick for everybody to jump and say, oh, it's going to be Brandon Parker. He's a swing tackle. But look, with guys coming in like Bam Osalene, a guy that just has something that you can't teach. He's 6'8", 350 pounds. This is a guy who's really putting in work. He's 26 years old. He's only played the right tackle position for 3 years. But if this kid can develop, like, I want to see who's going to emerge as that backup right tackle. And I see that Brandon Parker's getting a lot of reps at the left and right side when it comes to the tackle position. But, man, I personally don't mind seeing a Denzel Good or a Jermaine Illuminor who's been a right tackle in this system. But I really am rooting for a kid like Bam, you know what I mean? Just somebody that has something that you can't coach. He has the longest wingspan of any tackle in the NFL. He has 88 3/8 inch wingspan. It is the longest in the NFL. It makes no sense. This guy is everything that you want build-wise. If he can develop his hands a little bit and his feet, this is a kid that I really am looking forward to make the practice squad and maybe even compete for a backup right tackle spot. I really want to watch him come preseason. So, guys, if I could throw out a little nugget out there, really focus on Bam Osalene. I know we get kind of caught up in all the players that are out on the field come preseason, or some guys aren't really interested. Watch Bam Osalene for me, because this is a kid that if he can really buy into this system, he has a good shot at competing for that backup spot.
All right, gentlemen. Thank you for your time tonight. I'm going to close this out because it's late for me. I got to get up.
Oh, yeah, it's 11:16.
Yeah, and I got to get up tomorrow early. I got a lot of stuff to do. I'm preparing for my trip. Jack, thank you for coming in. Kojo, brother, always an honor. And Ray, my bro, good talking with you again. We'll talk on the phone this weekend. Me and you, Jack, too. I'm going to close this out. I just want to say it was a pleasure. It was fun. We had some great people on tonight in the panel and great people in the chat. I love all you guys. I love all the people in the chat. And y'all have a good night. I'll talk to you soon. Hopefully I can do a live while I'm on the road this week. I don't know what my internet situation will be like, but I'm going to talk to you guys and end this broadcast. Good night, fellas.
Good night.
Y'all
take care.
Good night, fellas.